Eden Hazard is indeed heading to Real Madrid. It's official now. The reported transfer fee, 100 million euros, plus potentially 45 million more euros in add-ons. So pretty good business for Chelsea, considering there was only a year left on his contract. Hazard joins Jovic, Militão, who have come over from Frankfurt and Porto respectively. Also Rodrygo, a young Brazilian, coming over from Santos, and Ferland Mendy expected to be joining from Lyon very soon. Why the rebuild? Well, look at what Real Madrid has done over the last couple seasons in La Liga. They finished 17 points behind Barcelona 2 years ago, 19 points behind the champions this season, so clearly plenty of room for improvement under Zinedine Zidane. What might his prospective 11 look like next year? Well, here's a look at one possibility. Eden Hazard and Vinicius Jr. flanking Karim Benzema there in a top three. All right, considering, guys, what we just saw in that table, 17 points 2 years ago, 19 points this past season, that big of a gap. Has Real Madrid, with the moves that they've made, done enough, Steve, in your opinion, to catch Barcelona?
They've certainly done enough to be competition with them.
Is that enough for Madrid, though?
I don't see why not. Listen, the middle three of last year didn't work because they were all knackered after playing all through summer. I think the middle three are fine.
Okay.
They struggled with scoring goals. They've gone out and got Jovic, who's a goal scorer, and they've got Hazard. There's your goals. And the reason they were third and so far behind, as much as anything, was they couldn't defend. They've gone out and got a left back and a centre back. So yes, absolutely, they're better. The
upgrades at defence key for you?
I'm not so sure that it makes a whole lot of difference in terms of closing the gap, maybe closing the gap, but not eclipsing Barcelona. And Stevie and I have a slightly different opinion on Jovic. I felt in the signing that was one more for the long term. I'm not sure that he's the solution to their goals, certainly in terms of closing the gap on the front two, let alone Barcelona. And yes, you have to expect more from both Kroos and Modric in particular in midfield. Listen, everybody played in the World Cup last summer, but it was hard to otherwise explain how steep their drop-off was during the course of this season. And defensively, listen, as much as they've signed Militão, I don't think he gets in ahead of Ramos or Varane. I just feel that there's still a lot of questions about Real Madrid, saying that we still, the first week of June, I expect a lot more talk about players coming into the Bernabeu.
What do you think? You move Militão in over Ramos, Varane? What do you do? You said the defense was bad. Obviously, there's changes needed.
I mean, the thing is, you go and spend, 50-odd million on a guy to sit him on the bench when you've got a guy in Ramos who's past his best, and you've got a guy in Varane who you can't keep fit for the whole season. So Militão better be up for it. Marcelo, by the way, Marcelo couldn't get a game last year, and deservedly couldn't get a game, so there's no question.
I think Mendy gets in, but otherwise, I don't see any difference to the back four.
Well, that's not going to be enough.
No, it's not.
If that's the problem, then that's not going to be enough.
No,
Could they bench Ramos? That seems like a ludicrous.
No, listen. I don't think Militão gets in ahead of Ramos or Varane. And listen.
So this isn't even a rebuild.
Listen, I'll be first to tell you that I think Ramos needs replacing. He's come to the end of his time, or certainly his useful time as a defender. I just don't think Militão is he want to do it. Is he want to replace him?
For more, sign up now for ESPN Plus.